So, if you could hear this music in the background, there's an instrument called the oud, or it's pronounced kind of oud. It's Arabic, and it's like, can you hear it? It's like the most beautiful sound in the world to me. Anyway, I'm gonna have to change it because it's too freaking distracting, but I have a story for you about it. Not really about the oud, but about some dude that could play, it turns out, and didn't almost ever, which is kind of against my religion, to be honest. Those commercials get in. I just put on something for Spanish chill out music. We'll see how that is. I seriously cannot think if that I was just playing. Anyway, so I right before New Year's, like maybe the week before, I went down to Petra and was going with the intentions of trying to make some money. Was having trouble finding somewhere to stay as usual for like more than one night or whatever. But a woman introduced me to this man, promising me there's not going to be problems with the neighbors, that he's dealt with a lot of European tourists, and that her and him used to be neighbors, and he's like seen her naked. She's like, don't worry about it, you know. He's whatever, very cultured, I guess. Anyway, so I meet this guy. He's really cool. He works in he owns like a beauty shop kind of place. Not like, well, he owns a salon too, I think. Whatever. Anyway, he owns 3 shops. One of them, the one that I saw is like just beauty products, basically. So I stay with him. Blah, blah, blah. He is super cool. We, seem to have a mutual respect for each other. We're like the same age. Tell each other little bits about ourselves here and there. Turns out he's a musician. Plays the oud. And, or did. He has like a few of them laying around in his house, which was really weird. Which was a complete mess, by the way. A fucking mess. Like, whoa. Like, no organization at all in any of the rooms. And there was 1, 2, 3 bedrooms and a living room, which was the only kind of clean place there. Anyway, so I'm a kitchen girl. I usually will jump right in and start cleaning the kitchen. There's nowhere to put anything. Okay, I'm not going to go off about that. Anyway, well, I don't know how much to fast forward. Okay, so I'll fast forward to just a few days before New Year's. We went out to, it's called Bwadi Araba, and Bwadi means valley. It was actually back over kind of close to Israel. Some Hebrew channels were coming on the radio, which was weird for me. But we went with his family, like relatives, all grown men. I mean, they're all grown men. One was young, though. He was like 20-something or whatever. But all the rest were either my age or older. His brothers, uncles, and I don't know, one was a father-son set. So we all go out to the desert. It's me and these 5 men. And they totally treated me like one of the boys. It was really cool. Never, where are you going? What are you doing? We were out in these sand dunes. Apparently they go out there all the time. He does. He has a Hummer. And, oh my God, it was awesome. Awesome. On the way out, like, we had no room. I had to lay across 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 guys in the back seat, laying across them. This is completely opposite of what I've been dealing with in like a very Islamic country. Like laying across 3 dudes in the back of a Hummer, like driving forever to go to some special spot, which it actually was. I was getting impatient because I'm a spoiled European bitch. But the place was dunes with like, you know, hills and the we got there at night. So the next day, I don't even remember where I slept. I must have slept in. Oh yeah, I brought my sleeping bag. But the next day, he was out running around in the truck, you know, in the Hummer, and occasionally like somebody jump in with him or whatever. And at one point, I stopped him and was like, "What's up? Like, I want to go." Like, really? Yeah. So I get to ride in the front because I'm a girl. Oh my god, it was so much fun. I was so into it. Like, you got this, you got this, you got this. What? No, hold on. Oh, shit, we're stuck. No, we're not. And he didn't use four-wheel drive even once the whole time. Like, sometimes I was right. I called it. Like, dude, there's no way. And sometimes I was completely wrong, and he just fucking flew over. The thing is, you can't see what's on the other side. Like, you don't know when you're flying up this hill what you're going to land on. Like, how far down it's going to be. You're just ramping blindly. It was awesome. And I would say, well, he probably knew the dunes. It doesn't work like that. They're dunes. If the wind blows, they change. It was so awesome. Actually, one of his relatives, the oldest one, got out at one point. It's like, I'm not doing this. No one spoke English except my host and me, so I had switched to Spanish. I would speak English to him a little bit, but I only was doing English or Spanish and Arabic. He didn't even know how much Arabic I knew, actually. They were laughing at him. I think we'd only spoken English. He had no clue. So, God, that was awesome. It was like, by far, I would have to say my best day ever. And Jordan, okay. So I still got a little time. I guess I could throw in that later I put together some clues that I think he's like was or is like a really famous musician. Because of a lot of reasons. His friends or his family was making jokes like he's a professional. I was like, yeah, I can tell because he never plays music and that's bullshit, you know? Like, he knew. I tried not to give him too much shit, but I couldn't help it. I mean, because I was trying to like question him on what was his level of fame. I mean, I can generally tell when I meet someone what level they're at. Like, they're kind of famous locally and kind of dropping hints like, yeah, I'm like, just, I don't want to tell you, but I want to tell you kind of bullshit, which means you have not been famous very long, and you're not like that well known. Like, somebody's mom has probably not heard of you, you know, all the way up to someone who's being really, really secretive and like are making sure I've never heard of them kind of deal. And I don't think he had to worry about that at all for me. But, yeah. So, I mean, he was relieved I didn't know who he was in the beginning, which is cool. And I was kind of testing, like, because I don't know how much it takes to get famous in Europe anyway. But it turns out he's, like, played for huge crowds in Paris and stuff. So, yeah, you know. Still, I mean, everybody can be famous today. It's not this big thing anymore. Anyway, I have my whole hang up about music turning into a job and then people just lose the love of music, you know. It sucks. It makes me sad. And he is a perfect example. Now he's like stressed with his 3 businesses and it's sad. But he had a drawer full of underwear, women's underwear, and he'd say like, this girl, you know, left a lot of stuff here, and he was giving me clothes. Later, I was thinking, oh, that's why they're all different sizes. And he didn't lie. It was a girl and another girl and another girl. That's why, yeah, it made a lot of things make sense. Why he'd seen a lot of women naked, had worked with a lot of European tourists kind of thing. Groupies, I'm guessing. So, yeah. But that's okay. Anyway, I fell in love with one song that is I just recently found out another famous friend of his or whatever, another musician. I really like this one song. And just the other day, I had my friend look it up on her phone for me because I had written down. Ahmad had told me the name of the musician and the song because I really, really liked it. And I realized now too he was a little like, you know, whatever. I like this song. It's so cool. It's an old, like, heartbroken song playing in the key of I don't give a fuck. So it was just kind of dun, 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 like, you broke my heart, bitch. Yeah, I'm really falling apart, bitch. Kind of attitude. I loved it. It was in Arabic, but I could just tell. It was just like Arabic version of blues. Like, fuck you. Yeah, I'm fucking dying without you. I loved it. Anyway, when my friend looked it up, turns out this other guy, the one who I don't know and have never met, was like on Twilight or something, and you know, he's super famous too. But I'm just winning that one song, and I never gotta find it. Which makes sense, I guess, if Ahmad had this CD with random people on it. It was like a compilation of, I don't know, some of his friends' stuff or whatever, but that doesn't mean the guy put it on YouTube yet. I don't know how old it was. I found the guy on YouTube now. I can tell his voice, but he told me the song in English too. So I mean, it's an Arabic song, which means, you know, I'm just trying to figure out how to transliterate it. You could spell it a million ways. Anyway, that's my story about Bwadi Araba and the beautiful Oud. Spelled O-U-D on YouTube if you ever want to look it up and just hear it. It's healing and magical and hard to talk over. Alright. Peace in the Middle East.